Hello everyone and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome on in everyone. Today we are going to be finally continuing the main story of Blue Archive. It's only been 4 years, it's fine. I think we're at 3 years actually, 3.5 years. We're getting pretty close to the 3.5 year anniversary for Global, so that's pretty cool. Forgot who they're adding. It's not, I think it's Saya and Ria. No, that was 4 year. I don't know who's coming in for 3.5. We will see though. But yeah, we're gonna go through final episode chapter 3. Last we left off in the story, I believe we took out the 3 bosses, the cones or whatever the heck. I don't think it's Decagrammaton. It's somebody else. Black Suit came back from the dead somehow. We took out the 3, or I think it was 7 bosses, and we were about to go face the last one. So yeah, and that's where Shiroko is. She's waiting for us. She's been kidnapped. And we're gonna go save her after some other stuff. To be completely honest, I don't know if we're actually gonna save her this chapter. Probably next chapter is when we'll save her, but we shall see. But yeah, we're going to be playing that. We're gonna do 8 episodes of it today and 8 episodes of it on Friday, so we're gonna break it up into 2 halves. Because I went and checked, there's 16 chapters or episodes, whatever they call them. I don't know, man. They get confusing with the breakdowns. But we are doing 18, there are 16 of them. So 8 today, 8 Friday. If it's like a really, really weird ending, I might go to like 1 or 2 extra over. But not too far over. And then we got our dailies to do and all that fun stuff. We got a new Grand Assault, which I'm not really excited for. I can do 1 of them. I don't know if I really have the students for the other 2. But yeah, we got the cheese ball. The cheese ball is back. Pretty simple boss in theory. Just a bunch of AoE students and then 1 big DPS for the ball at the end. So it's gonna be pretty easy on heavy because it's just gonna be use Cherino and Momoi and then use Mika at the very end. So that's pretty simple. I have all the students. I don't even think I need to borrow. The other two colors are Mystic and Elastic, so, or Sonic. So that's where I'm screwed. I could borrow a Hanako, but I really need a New Year's Mutsuki. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for that. I'm sure there's some other students I'm thinking of. I'm starting to raise my Momiji for a little bit of AoE, but I don't think it's nearly big enough. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely get double extreme, probably insane light defense or heavy defense, but no promises. But I don't know. If we have some time after, we might go ahead and try that out for some fun here. But yeah, we're not going to focus on that today. We're going to do the main story. I got some throat coat tea. Got about 2 cups of it, so I can sip throughout the stream. I'm definitely liking this. I started putting tea in a thermos so I can have multiple cups of tea and it keeps it warmer. Especially with how much, especially when I do these story streams, I do talk a lot more than normal, so there's a little bit of a number on my throat. So having all this tea is actually pretty nice, so I'll be having that throughout the stream. So yeah. Fun fact I learned today, turns out I'm allergic to cats. So that's pretty cool. I went to a friend's house a while ago, got pretty allergic, thought I was just having like a little stress rash. Not the case, because I went to someone else's house today, immediately got a rash because of a cat. And I'm like, well, guess I'm allergic to cats. So rest in peace. You know, try to save you, Shiroko, but have an EpiPen standing by. Just kidding, it's not that bad. You take a little allergy medicine, you're fine. I'm fine, but it is a bit of a rash, so that's not fun. But it is what it is. I can still hang out with cats for a little bit, and I can pet them and whatnot, but when it's a house infested with cat fur, doesn't do well to me. But yeah, so that was fun to figure out. A little bit sad, but I'm not really a cat guy, I'm a dog guy, so as long as I'm not allergic to my dog, I am 100% a-okay. But yeah, so that's fun. Alright, I don't know, I don't have too much to really talk about. I want to go ahead and get started with the dailies here, so let's start. Alrighty, we got our ebook waiting for us as usual. For a little bit of a head pat here. For some reason, LD player was lagging incredibly hard. I did go ahead and restart the emulator and it worked fine, but might need to watch out for that. I'm also not totally sure why my stream crashed on Monday. Luckily it crashed at an okay time when I was basically done, but I don't know why it crashed, so we're gonna have to also keep an eye out of that. Alright, back to tactical challenge here. Usually I've been able to actually climb pretty well back to sub 200, but I've been getting bopped a lot, like very easily. So I don't know what's up. Season is interesting, definitely not as obnoxious as last season. But definitely not a good season. It's not bad. Alright. How is that Shiroko Terror not taking any damage? I don't get it. Oh, but we're gonna win here. I think, yeah. I think we'll be fine. We just need to wait like 15 seconds. Oh my god, we're gonna die. I can't wait. Oh Man, dude. Her freaking Iroha did all that damage the last second, literally. I had that in the bag. I needed to live literally 2 seconds longer. Can I rematch them? No, but this seems like a pretty interesting team. I think I need to level 65 my gear on Yuka and Tsubaki. Who does that big... What? Did what shit, bro? I just don't get it. I don't understand. Hello, boys. How are you doing? Wait, huh? I mean, we're gonna die here, but how did we take everyone out? I look away for 2 seconds. Wait, are we gonna win? Huh? Huh? Come again? How did I win that? How did Shun out-tank Hoshi? Huh? How did Shun out-tank Hoshino? I'm so confused. I mean, yeah, Ibiki came in clutch there, but... How did Shun survive that? Maybe use Nonomi? Well, my Nonomi's not built. Unfortunately. Also, I haven't seen a Nonomi in here. But my Nonomi's not nearly as good as my Shun. Normal Hoshino is pretty good here. Apparently not against Shun. I've been seeing a lot of Hoshinos used. I don't think she's as good as my Tsubaki. Yeah, she's she needs a little bit of work. She's only 3-star. But I should get her eventually. I'll build her eventually. I'm not too crazy because it's tactical challenge. Oh. Well then, I mean that worked perfectly because I was re-plugging in my mic, so that's fun. All right, I should be less robotic now, and also congratulations. Congratulations. I didn't even get to hear the random Ibuki because of the Koyuki. But thank you for that. Hopefully I'm less robotic now. There she is. Thanks, boys. I love it. I love Swimsuit Hanako. I love when she says, actually, you lose. Yay. I really need to buy a new jack system or whatever. Just need to suck it up and buy one. I just don't want to because it's a lot of money. I'll get one eventually. Alright, what is this, my last one? Whoa, Swimsuit Miyu. You know, I respect it. I know Swimsuit Miyu is pretty good, but that's a... I think she's pretty good here. She's like the Hibiki replacement, or alternative. I respect it purely for the fact that it's Swimsuit Miyu. And it doesn't matter because Swimsuit Hanako pressed the win button. Nothing matters because Swimsuit Hanako presses the frickin' win button. Man. Too insane? No, I can't. I can definitely do, I I can definitely do heavy insane though. That one I feel pretty I haven't tried it yet, but I feel pretty confident in heavy insane. But the other two, I don't. Unless you can think of a special. I don't have. I can borrow. I don't think I have a DPS for cheese boss though. For special, I could borrow swimsuit or New Year's Mutsuki for AOE. I hope. And Shiroko Terror. Oh yeah, we're kind of gonna win this one. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Hanako, press the win button! If I lost that, I would have screamed, dude. I would have screamed. I would have screamed if I lost that. Oh my god, man. I hate this so much. Alright, but we're back, I guess. Whatever. I have no consistency in my streams. I am either completely zero energy or screaming, so I apologize. Akuhimari on her melts. Yeah, I think I forgot that I'm supposed to use Shiroko Terror. Maybe I can do that. Maybe, okay, maybe I can do both. I'm definitely going to focus on heavy, but we are going to be doing the story today. So if we have some time afterwards, I will try heavy. But we got story to do. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to finish it. Alrighty. Wait, I need to... no, I need to check for ebook. Ebook hasn't shown up in a long time in lessons, and I'm very concerned. Where's Ibuki? She's skipping class. She's been skipping class for a long time. Where is she? She did go on vacation without me. Where? Bro. This has been like 6 days in a row where Ibuki does not show up for lessons. What the heck, dude? It's Kotori. I don't understand. Nexon, fix your game. Put Ibuki. Where is she? Nexon, what the heck? It's been so long. All right, we'll run Trinity. Oh, wait, no, I should run, I should run, it doesn't matter. You don't really get anything from this, but I will for next time. Because I think I was building Idol Mari, and I kind of gave up because I don't really need her for a while, but I do need her eventually. Oh, well, a little bit of Mika always helps. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Oh my god, swimsuit Hanako. Get out of here. You don't deserve to be here, Hanako. Where's my 5th character? Did I only get 4 today? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. Oh my god, Monika, she's hiding. I couldn't see you. Nope, now Chinatsu's hiding. Chinatsu peeking. She's peeking out behind the corner. Doo-doo. Hey, 4 of them are here. No ebook though, but we did get Makoto. That's cool. All right, come over, ebook. Boop. Yo, we got a oh yeah, I did skip yesterday. I couldn't play yesterday. So I had to skip, unfortunately. All right, who am I leveling? So Shiroko Terror, I believe, is 60 and 90. Yeah, she's 60, so that's fine. Barring New Mitsuki, I suppose New Year's Fuuka, perhaps. Didn't see Sensei. Yeah, can't believe it. Where's New Year's Kayoko? Here she is. Why did I say Fuuka? I don't have her. I have her 60 for now. That's actually pretty good. But she's still only 3 stars. Well, I guess you don't need her more than 3 stars, right? Does Kayoko need to be starred up? I don't think she does, right? I mean, it would... No. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't need to. Increases crit. Increases user's attack. Okay, so we actually don't need to star her up. Okay. Unless she has like a special ability that I'm not noticing. All right, so the team would be Shiroko Terror, Kayoko, Ako Himari, or Kisaki, right? When I want to do Kisaki Himari, or Kisaki, whatever the heck, you know what I mean. So that's that side of the team. UE40 makes her buff last longer. Okay, well I can't UE40 her that quickly, but I will keep that in mind then. So it is worth starring up. Just definitely not going to do it right now. I'll just have to make my rotation a little tighter. Not a big deal. Who else would be on the team? Is useless? What do you mean? Does she not buff? Increases EX skill damage. Oh, because it's a normal attack. You're right. Derp. Okay. I get it. I understand. Good thing I read, because I would have been doing that for hours. I would have done that for hours. All right. I always forget, because I always assume she's just an attack buffer, but she's not. She's an EX skill buffer. Who else would be on the team, right? Shiroko, Kayoko. Do you need a tank? I don't think you need a tank. Comes with the auto attack, yeah. I don't think you need a tank. So who else would you put on the team? Oh, crowd control team. That, oh, New Year's Mitsuki. And you need an AoE. Yeah, that'll be borrowed New Year's Mitsuki. That'll be the AoE. Would you just throw in, like, could I have Ibuk as like another buffer? Or would that be too much? I don't think you need a tank. But I could do, okay, so I don't actually need to build anyone for that. So then for light, or for heavy, I have Momoi, Cherino, Mika. They should be all done. Yeah. And then Mika should be done. Yeah, throw Ibuk. Mika, I actually have her at 65. Look at me go. I don't think it's high as Ibuk though. Yeah, Ibuk is 65. The only 65 character I have for gear is Ibuki. So then for her, I could 100% do Kisaki and Akko. So then that leaves one more open slot to be Ibuki again, because why not? Oh, who's that third slot that people normally use, or the fourth slot? Because I feel like I'm missing someone for a fourth slot, or is it literally just fill in a student? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know who's that fourth slot. All right, regardless, whoever I have, I don't need to build anyone. I'm not even. Oh, I was building Momiji. You think Momiji would be a good AoE? The problem is I don't have any. If I borrow New Year's Mitsuki, or if I borrow Swimsuit Hanako, that I don't have anyone else to deal damage. So I don't know who else I could use. Theoretically, I could use Ichika. I mean, she's kind of an AoE. I don't know. Momiji's pretty good. All right, I'll kind of use her for now. All right, I'll just keep working on this. She costs as much. Yeah, you're right. She's very expensive. Suppose I could do Ui with her, but I'm not really going to focus on it. Okay, so there's that out of the way. Speedrun team, your favorite student. Yeah, I know. Well, if I can borrow her, I don't mind. But if I borrow her, that means I can't use anyone else, you know? And I feel like there are better students to borrow than Swimsuit Hanako. Yeah, the AoE is... Because if I borrow Swimsuit Hanako for Elastic AoE, I don't have anyone else to use for DPS against Cheese. Unless is no, you can't use Mika. You can't... Oh, you could use Shiroko. Oh, you just use Hanako for both? Okay, interesting. So then I would still want Momiji as a little AoE DPS though. Wait, I need to actually get my stuff. Mika for DPS. So don't even use Momiji. We're all crying here because we all hate Grand Assault. We all hate basically every raid boss. I complain every time. If you're using Swimsuit, you won't need Momiji. Okay. I'm still going to keep building Momiji because besides that, I don't really know who else I should build. I mean, right now. Also, I like Momiji, so I don't really care anyway. You know, I probably should build Idol Mari if I have no one else to build. She's probably a little more important. Let me check her progress because she's pretty close. Oh, she's down here still because I haven't leveled her up. There. Oh, she's level 80. Okay. All right, let's keep working on this. Team comp reference for Cheese. Okay, okay. I will probably not be looking at that until after the stream, or at least after we finish the story here. We're gonna do 8 episodes today. I'm just using my daily stuff right now. All right, whatever. I'll just screw it. It's fine. Made Midori. Really? So you're telling me I wasted all my stuff and I could have done that on Made Midori? So you're telling me I could have just... Oh wait, she's actually pretty close to being done. Okay, that's actually not a huge deal. Okay. It was only 3. Yeah, she's only a 3-star, so you need UE 40. That's not happening. I mean, I want her to be UE 40. I want to max her someday. It's just it's gonna take a while. Maybe 30. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's be dumb. Let's be dumb. Let's be dumb. Let's be dumb. It's fine. We'll at least get her a UE 30, right? This is totally worth it. It's totally worth it. That's 72. That's 100. So that's 4-star. Rest in peace. I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. It's probably not gonna work, but it'll be fine. Hey, if I could 2-team it, it'll be fine. Does 2-teaming, if you do use the second team, do you start all the way back at the beginning, or do you start right at Cheese? Because if you skip all the waves, it's not that big of a deal. You could probably 2-team it. Because I'm not going for plat. Alright. We used all our crap. We're done. We are starting the story. Oh wait, we do have a 2 times. I didn't know there was a 2. Oh, is it 2 times? Oh. 2 times for hard missions. I really got to get going on these hard missions. I'll do that someday. Yeah, I'll 2-team it. It should be fine. Okay. 8 years later, E2 is finally back. The arc of our trust. We got 16 episodes. You start where you left off. Okay, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. All right. Okay, we're good. Rolls. Here we go. We're going in. All academies have joined forces to face the Chroma. Hello Sensei and the students managed to take on the floating arc of Atrahasis. I have no idea. Looming in the distance. Let's go, baby. Just muted everything. Let's go. Oh yeah, the sky's still red. In the great snowfield. Oh yeah, because we sent these girls, the ninjutsu girls, to go find the lost prophet or something. Why we sent them, I'll never know. All right. Nia. Oh, if not Nia, Nia. A different Nia. Every time I see Nia, I think of Nia, Nia. Why did they have to name them so similar? Nexon, come on. We should be close to the destination, Nia said. President Tsukuyo, I've noticed the number of monsters has been decreasing for a while, right? Come to think of it, it does seem that way. Yes, the frequency of encountering enemies has decreased since we've entered Great Snowfield. Well, there's an enemy right now. Oh, President, the sky is strange. Look at that. The sky is red. The sky's been red for a while. You should have noticed that. Wait. Why this song? Oh, because it's a good thing. I was like, why this song? The sky is on fire. Why are we playing a happy song? Or like a progress song? The sky. It turned back to normal. Yay, my lord succeeded. Sort of, we're getting there. You think so? Shale Sensei did it. And we're getting shot at. Whoa, enemy showed up as soon as they started celebrating. No, it's the sound of gunshots. Well, that would probably mean enemies. Whoa, guys. They're here. It's the people. The Yakaryodan. I believe, although this is somebody else. She's part of it, but like I just know she's part of it. That's all I know. I guess I wasn't the enemy. Sorry. Yeah. Bruh. Ah. You attacked me. You think an apology will be... Who are you? My question to you. What are Hyakyako students doing in these remote fields? We're looking for you. We're traveling to the Twilight Temple. We're trying to find the president of Yakaryodan. Yeah, Shell Sensei, they asked us to... Is that so? She's like, it's you. Oh, I know where I've seen that before. President? I thought your uniform looked familiar. It must be the Yakaryodan uniform, am I right? Yakaryodan? Then are you... I don't think so. Oh, you're wrong. Actually, maybe she isn't anymore, but she definitely was, right? I don't know. We'll find out. Although I don't remember fully, Ayame, the Yakaryodan president, wasn't so cold. She was more like a fancy socialite. Hey, people could change. Oh, but the vice president was kind of like her. The vice president? Are you the vice president of Yakaryodan? No. You're not. Come on. It's like, this fetch quest is so boring. Why can't you just show up when I need you? That's right. You have the wrong person. Somehow I think you're lying. Well, she has little ninja stars on her hair. No way. Don't lie to us. I know that's a Yakaryodan outfit. Why are you wearing it then? This is cosplay. Yeah. The world is ending and you're like, it's time to cosplay. My moment has come. Cosplay. I see. That's... Izuna, do not fall for it. That's too much of a coincidence. Well, coincidences like this aren't possible. Determined cosplayers will go anywhere, whether it's Great Snowfield of Hyakyako, the Grand Desert of Abydos, or Ocean of Odyssey. Ocean of Odyssey, bro! Bro dropped a new region. Huh. There's an ocean school, apparently. It's the Navy. For the sake of getting that perfect picture. Whoa, how cool. The spirit of a true cosplayer. But that's amazing. I mean, I guess you're right. But if that's true, where's your camera? You don't have any equipment. I don't require such material representations of my cosplay. I am capturing the precious memories within my heart. What's the point of coming all the way out here to cosplay and take pictures with an imaginary heart camera? Damn. Me reliving my beautiful relationship question, Heaven Burns Red. We took pictures with our brain. That was fun. I missed that game. Maybe one day I'll go back to it. It's gonna be a while though. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. Are you trying to trick us? President, I'm sure her situation can be explained. Oh, Izuna, I love this face. Look at how big her mouth is. It's so funny. They made her mouth bigger than her face. It's like wider than her eyes. They did not need to go that wide with her mouth, but it's so funny. Oh, I love her. I didn't mean to offend her, but it's just strange that she has no camera. I guess I could lend her one if she wants. Oh, she died. Okay. Are you alright? I think it's fine to not take pictures. You feel good just by wearing nice cosplay, and that's okay. Leave me alone. Whoa, sorry. I think she's having a medical episode. I'm Gorio, oh my god, Gorio, I have no idea. Nagusa, the vice president of Hyakaryoran. I've come here alone due to a situation. So you are from Hyakaryoran. I believe I understand your situation, Ninjutsu Research Club, but it's futile, so please return from where you came. What? Why? The Twilight Temple was destroyed long ago. It is likely buried many, many feet under the snow somewhere in these fields. Huh? Is there another way to find the president? No. So again, return and do not tell anyone of your meeting with me here, so you know where she is. Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader, or else. But we can't just go back empty-handed. Empty-handed? What am I doing? We came here at Shale's request. Shale, yes, I've heard of Shale. How? You guys have been isolationists for since I came here at least. How does everyone know about me? What am I doing? If that is the case, then deliver this to your sensei. An old scroll? Do not ask, I do not know its contents. President Ayame wished for Shale Sensei to have it. There was a message for them enclosed. Who told you that? How did they know we'd come here? It is your responsibility now then. Oh, she just handed it to us and left. It's 100% cursed. And she's like, ah, yes, take this cursed thing. Totally. I'll be leaving now. Goodbye. She's gone. What does it say? Whoops. Can we read it? Why not? It's not sealed or anything. I open it and just faces melt. It's like the Ark of the Covenant. Let's see. I get teleported. Oh. Well, guys, we found her. Here she is. She came back. Shiroko? I'm impressed you clawed your way this far, Sensei. This far? I didn't... Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I see. You look grown up. But the future is set. You cannot change what is written in fate. Kvotos will fall. Okay? Shiroko, wait, you look great. I'm just completely missing the point. You are incorrect, Sensei. If you're not, how do you know who I am? Everyone knows who you are, Sensei. Apparently some random isolationist girls in the middle of the snow know who you are. You can delude yourself into believing I've fallen under the control of the chroma, but you would be incorrect. This is me, this is my will. I was granted the role of leading this world into predetermined future. And the chroma is just one of many methods available to me. I am not under the control of the chroma. The chroma is under mine. I feel like the chroma lied to you. The chroma 100% lied to you. Whatever they did, probably not true. Sensei's like, yeah, there's no way. I'm sorry, Shiroko. There's no way. My role is to guide. You see, you have a role. To life beyond. This world's fate was sealed when Tsunaukami Shiroko came to exist within it. The world, the universe revolves upon unbreakable laws. The future is predetermined. Your struggle in vain. I must ask for you to leave Kivotos without protest, without struggle. Do not wish to harm you. I can't. I don't even know how I got here, Shiroko. I don't even if I wanted to leave, I don't know. I don't even think it's possible. Where do I go? Do I just start swimming in the ocean? Take a direction, start paddling? What am I supposed to do? How do I leave? I don't think that's possible. Not all futures are predetermined. If you leave, the future where I must shoot Sail Sensei will not come to pass. I've been shot before, it's fine. He just added 2 more exclamation points. Classic Sensei. This was the role granted to me, to lead you to this place and guide you to your final moments. Ooh, she was the first person to meet me. You must understand, I will not hesitate to pull the trigger when the time for me to fulfill my role at last arrives. I feel like you will hesitate. And I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes making you hesitate. Therefore, Sensei, we have a problem. Here's Shiroko. By the way, in case you're wondering, we have access to the chroma. The energy... hold on a second. The energy reactions are happening all over Kavotas again. Of course they are. Yeah, what's up? Arg. I don't think that's gonna do anything, Ren. Also, you have a... You have a pistol? Where? Oh, I guess she does have a pistol. Yeah. I didn't see it. She's holstering it. Hirabitos. Did I just hear Rin shoot a gun? That's a once in a lifetime. Whoa, who? There's an intruder. Reinforcements. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. Alright, why is Ayane the reinforcement? No offense to Ayane, but why is she the reinforcement? An intruder? It's sort of Shiroko. Sensei? I don't know what's going on, man. Shiroko? I don't think it's her. She's too... No, wait. Shiroko. Sensei, don't. You can't follow her. Bet. Bet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you seriously that reckless? Yeah. Why not? It'll be fine. I did? Let's go. Jump in, baby. Woo! All right, here we go. We're in, baby. Hello, Izza. Welcome on in. Plana! We just jumped into a portal. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing. How are you doing, Izza? Oops, wrong button. Alright, Shiroko, ready to murder me? What is this place? Yo, it's the chroma! He added... he just loves his exclamation points. Are you the guide of chroma? Oh, you're no fun. Boo. Boo, the chroma sucks. I just start screaming from like the void. The chroma's lame. You're not even a fun villain. You won't even monologue. Cringe. Ugh. Sensei. Yeah, I just spit you back out. Are you still in one piece? I think so. Sensei, what's going on with Shiroko? I don't think that's her. But it is. Connecting passage disappeared. Bro. Wonder why he kicked me out. Shiroko! It's a different Shiroko, but it's okay. To be continued. Oof. Oof. The next objective. Oh man, here we go. Gotta go back somehow. Dot dot dot. Exclamation point. Hey, he's still alive. Well, I mean, he's still alive. Are you alright, Maestro? Bro taped himself back together. What happened? No need to explain. My body has changed. I'm still adjusting. Ah, my apologies. We were in a hurry, so I had to take what we had on hand. Is it uncomfortable? How do you feel? It's inconsequential. It's inconsequential. Physical bodies are expendable. One more pressing note. The chroma attacked. Or on a more pressing note, the chroma attacked. Yes. For Napatees, the guide of chroma attacked earlier than expected. He was aware of our location, weakness, and chose the optimal time for it to attack. The guide has been one step ahead of us from the very beginning. We disgraced the Gematria's name. Hope we got ads soon. We were never its priority to begin with. It only attacked us as a means to an end, to secure a tool to fulfill its purpose. The tool to destroy Kivotos. Yes, by moving the god of the underworld, changed it by its terror, it robbed Gematria of its secrets. The girls. I love that setting on that one picture, just straight up is using Mine as cover. Straight up using her as like a shield wall. It's so funny. To be fair, Mina is probably literally using a shield, but that is really funny. She's the definition of tank. Not really. All right, ads are coming up. I hope you enjoy them. I hope something fun happens. I'll see you in a bit. Have fun. The Mimesies. Communo Sanctorum Decogrammaton, the Nameless Gods, the Library of Lore, and even the Ark of Atrahasis. Atrahasis? That's what I'm gonna go with. Atrahasis? Whatever. The Ark of Atrahasis that we're unable to attain. Now that the Guide of Chroma has secured the terror of Anubis, Kivotos is no longer a welcome place for our activities. The Chroma will devour all, and Kivotos will be painted with a layer of madness that is simply its nature. Even if we pursue our values here, our achievements will only lead to more tools for Phrenapites. Then will Kivotos come to an end? Perhaps not. Itua merely Sensei remains. They will fight their bitter fight alongside the students until the end. I see. I would expect nothing less. But for how long will they fight? How long will Sensei be able to take a stand against the incomprehensible Chroma? Probably until I die. That's kind of who I am. Even now that everything is ruined, there are still fascinating phenomena to be observed. How exhilarating. Gematria will temporarily disband here. Bro's like, but I don't have a house. I don't have a house, man. Do you want to like be bunkmates, or I don't have a place to stay. We will assemble here again when the time is right. You can do as you please until then, Maestro. I understand. What of Golcone? What happened to him? He will be fine. Seeing as Decolmania. Decolo. Bro, why can't everything just be in English? Why can't everything just be an English word? Decocomania. That could actually be a real American word, or an English word, and I'm just dumb. Seeing as decocomania, the main body cannot die, but Francis has overtaken their consciousness. Francis has returned. He is even more dangerous than Beatrice in some ways. I'll miss Golconed. Blacksuit, what will you pursue from here? Hee hee hee. We'll find out. You know, I've seen like a bunch of jokes about like Gematria just being like dudes, you know, like bros hanging out, you know? And at first I was like, haha, it's just like the evil guys who are just like being bros and hanging out. But I think it is probably relatively genuine. I feel like they are just kind of friends. Or at least they're friendly with each other, you know? Like they're not just like evil guys who are like scheming. No, it's like they all seem pretty like, you know, they seem pretty like, you know, like they would hang, you know, they go to the bar and stuff like that together. I need a report. What's the situation? How do I put this? The masses with ultra high energy have been observed all over Kavotos. They're back again. And speaking of being back, welcome back from ads. Hope they were fun and entertaining. Turns out Gematria is still alive, but they're going to disband for now. They're going to wait till all of this blows over, and then they're going to keep going here. So they're disbanded. Gematria is going to take a back seat and let Sensei solve this one. And everything we just fought is back. How is this possible? Ugh. That means... Yes, that's all I know for Closure Task Force. Oh, I forgot Ayane wasn't with them. So Shiroko lost herself after coming into contact with the Chroma, right? And Shiroko's involved in all the incidents? Kind of? I don't think she's necessarily responsible. If anything, she's just on their side. Shiroko, how could this be? What happened to Shiroko? Why is she trying to destroy the world? What was that expression I saw on her face? It looked like sadness. Ayane, I don't know. I heard about the Chroma, but I don't know how she could become a completely different person. I don't know why this happened or what it all means. I just know I couldn't tell what she was thinking at all. ... Oshino's being quiet. Ayane, no matter what's happening to Shiroko, it's not her fault. We have to consider that she was caught in the power that she could not overcome by her own efforts. Right, Ayane, it sounds like the Chroma is the bad one here, not Shiroko. I mean, yeah, that's true. 100%. Even if Shiroko was destined, it seems like she was some kind of demon or something. Sent to Gavotos to destroy the world or whatever. But still. Seems like the Chroma 100% at least gaslit her. Is there a way Shiroko can return to how she was? We're working on it, but as of now we have no solution. I was the only one who encountered the Chroma in the past and made it back safely. Has anyone else encountered it, period? Sensei sent someone to the Yakiako district to find a way to fight against the Chroma. Sensei? We're also coordinating with the Sisterhood to analyze our data on the Chroma. We will find a way to free Tsunaokami Shiroko from its grasp. All right. Oh, now they read it. Finally, 8 years later. I choose to imagine this was on real time and they just stood there while Michiru read this for like 6 hours. And only now does Izuna say, did you read it? Or I can't read. Can we take a look? Let's see. Ito merely sensei. There is no way to restore an existence that's been reversed by the chroma in its original state. It's a natural rule of this world, just as how the dead cannot be brought back to life. Yeah, but how do you die in this world? One needs to explain how to die in this world. I guess breaking a halo, but what does that even mean? Does that mean the sanctums will appear again? It would make everything we did until now mean nothing. The situation isn't exactly the same. Oh, right, the locations of energy are a bit different this time. Red Winter Frozen Sea, the area beneath the abandoned amusement park. Gehenna's Hinnom Volcano. Gehenna has a volcano? You can't just drop this kind of lore on us. What do you mean Gehenna has a volcano? Why have they never mentioned a friggin' volcano? I feel like that would have been important to know. I don't know, especially with the hot springs department. What do you mean they just have a volcano? I don't understand. Trinity's underground catacombs. Ayuma, how long did it take for each of the sanctums to appear after the phenomenon first occurred last time? About 24 hours? And that might be the amount of time we have. No, it could be sooner this time. The energy is about 38% higher on average than last time. Huh? You're right, Rin. Did you memorize all these numbers? Jeez. That means we have less than a day. Right now, each district is managing its situation post-assault. The sanctums are gone. There are still enemies throughout Kobotos. It'd be impossible to prepare for a new sanctum assault regardless. Everyone pushed themselves to the limit for the first round with no rest. Our only option is to stop the sanctums before they appear. But how? The opponent is invisible. It doesn't even exist right now. And all we can detect is the energy, but it shows up out of nowhere. Is there a way to stop this? Is there a solution? Oh, I'm here. I don't know. Sensei, I'm responsible for the way things turned out. I'm sorry. What do you mean? How is this Sensei's fault? Is that... Wait, huh? Is it because I didn't think of a backup plan and I had everyone push themselves? Wait. What? Sensei, what do you mean? I had a vague idea something was coming. Okay. Okay. Oh, you mean from like literally day one? I forgot about that. Yeah. Day one he saw this. Interesting. I knew that Shiroko was in danger. The prophecy of Kobotos' Gatrushan. Oh, so he's piecing everything together now. He's piecing all this stuff together. I haven't received the direct warning about the enemy we had to face. I had all the pieces right in front of me. Yeah, but even then, how would you have stopped this? I was too complacent. I thought I could handle anything that happened. I mean, you haven't even tried to handle this yet. Give it a time. You're wrong, Sensei. You did your utmost with what you had, as you always do. Rin? You knew the prophecy had no basis, but you came to me with your concerns regardless. You took every precaution you needed to. It was thanks to your warning that we were able to successfully carry out the assaults on the false sanctums. The rest I should blame... I shoulder the blame for the rest. No, you don't, bro. Nobody... It's the chroma, all right? We need to stop blaming ourselves. It's the chroma. The chroma is the one that's trying to destroy the world. If I were more capable, if I were the General Student Council president instead of just me. This is not, Rin, this is not the time for this conversation right now. Rin, it's no excuse. I should have protected Shiroko. Oh my god. That was my response. I don't know. I always hate blame games. I know this has to happen for plot reasons. I just hate blame games and stories. Because, like, there's just no time for this, you know? Obviously, it's the chroma's fault. I get people are going to have... One, they probably will have a little bit of responsibility, but two, they're going to have guilt. But, like, bro, we have less than 24 hours. We got to figure this out. There. Let's take a deep breath, Sensei. Hoshino, who give you my number? Just kidding. This is much more simpler than everyone's making it out to be. Shiroko's acting weird, then we'll drag her here and teach her a lesson. And we'll take care of the rest later. Hoshino, what are you... I guess I can't deny that I had a bad feeling Shiroko might have walked into a dangerous path one day. Might have always known. I wonder what that means. Does that mean Hoshino had a bad path? Possibly. I know there's something different about her that we will find out eventually in the future. So if everything happening right now is somehow centered around our missing Shiroko, well, it'd be silly of me to say that I'm not worried. We don't have a lot of options. But this is a completely different story. The Chroma is to blame, not Shiroko or Sensei. It's no one's fault. Yeah, I was gonna say. Thank you, Hoshino. It's literally the Chroma. They're trying to destroy the world. It's not Shiroko we need to fight. Besides, if we don't solve this situation right now, there might be more victims like Shiroko and Kivotos. So it's easy. Me, along with Sensei, have to prevent more victims like Shiroko. And that's what matters the most. If Shiroko tries to stop us, we'll just catch her. Sensei and the others will figure out how to bring her back to herself. Hoshino. It's not like Shiroko's a wild animal to be captured. Well, I guess there are some similarities. That's right, I am an expert on capturing wild Shirokos. This isn't my first time. You've done it a couple times, right, Nonami? Yeah, actually you've done it once, but I'm sure she's like had to catch her from like doing other crimes, where she's like, hey, don't do that. So Sensei, you can just say everything is gonna work out fine like you usually do. You're right. Thanks, Hoshino. Let's get Shiroko back no matter what it takes. Well, maybe the loss of a life, probably a little bit too far, but we'll see. That sounds more like you, Sensei. Right. Shiroko was kind of weird. So it's not... Why would you say that? Shiroko was always kind of weird, so it's not that big of a deal that she became a little weirder. Capturing Shiroko sounds like fun. Yeah, right, the wild version of Shiroko is ferocious. We'll just have to leash her up and drag her home with us. Alright, both of you girls, that's enough. Take a seat. That's enough out of you guys. Go take a break. Okay, I got it. I'll find a way to address our problem and find Shiroko. I'll be counting on you guys. For what? Wait, what if... Omika, the energy we detected all over Kvotos. Can you detect its flow? Its flow? When we attacked the last sanctum, we saw the energies of all the sanctums converging together. Oh, that's right. Assuming that the energy is something fluid that can be transferred one place to another. I get what you're saying. I'll try. Boop. I think what she said is right. Each of the coordinates has a common energy flow. Momoko, what if we trace back the flow? I know, give me a second. Waiting. I think I found it. Momoko. Unknown object. They just zoom in. God forbid we draw another sprite in the middle. We just zoom into one of them and say, it's in the middle. All of the energy is leading to one place. It's energy's origin. In other words, that place is the epicenter generating false sanctums. Where is it? It's above the sky. The altitude 75,000 meters above Kvotos. Huh? Isn't that higher than the stratosphere? Above the skies. That is pretty high up there. That's not feet, that's meters. That's crazy. That's really, really high up there. That's right. I'm detecting more energy there. That means the place behind all these incidents. Who would have thought it would have been hiding above the sky? And whoever is leading Kvotos to destruction must be up there. Why do they have teleportation then? Big ball. Big ball. Renaptes, the guide of chroma. Everyone's like, yo, what the hell is that? Yo, that's a sick screenshot thingy or background. That looks awesome. They definitely heard Fernaptes and were like, what the heck are you talking about? An altitude of 75,000 meters. That's gonna be tough. How is it floating at such a high altitude? Anyway, with our current technology, there's no way to attack anything at that altitude. Do you have any ideas, President? I don't know. The height is beyond my expertise. We're hackers, not engineers after all. Not only that, if we wanted to check its structure, it's surrounded by a spherical barrier. We can't see inside. So let's try using Big Sister's legacy here. A nuclear weapon. Let's go. Nuclear warheads. If only. The President's legacy. Yes. Among the countermeasures she prepared to stop the destruction of the world, she had something for threats above the sky as well. Chi, can you hack the weapon we found in Eridu so we can utilize it? I'll begin preparations on my end. That missile? I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe it'll do the trick. So she does have a nuke. Rin built a nuke. Let's go. I'll talk to the other members. We need help from the engineering department too. Okay, we'll be ready. You guys were on the phone? We'll give it our all. Okay. Go. 2,000 meters. Is it really a nuke? Guys, there's no way. It's gonna launch a nuke at this. It's not gonna do anything. 500 meters. We've reached our target coordinates. Did it connect? No, it passed right through it. Then what? Detonate it while it's inside. Oh, it's probably like a portal. It's a portal. Also, you need detonate it or something. It's still going. It's still in the air. Get rid of it. It's gonna come back down. Guys, do something. It's still flying in the air. The world's gonna explode because of you. Distance to the target 1,000 meters, 1,500 meters. It's getting farther away. Do something. Oh, that was our final strategy. It feels like we're shooting at shadows. So the President's countermeasures didn't work? Yeah, and it's heading towards somewhere. We can't just let it fly off into the distance. It's a nuke. Somebody stop it. Why are we just ignoring this? No, it looks like we're unable to physically harm the structure. A cruise missile on that scale would exceed Millennium's technology is capable of. That doesn't work. Where did the President get something like that? Probably Arius, perhaps? Or Gematria. It's meaningless to proceed any further. We can't be physically affected. It's already beyond natural phenomenon. So there's nothing the engineering department can do about it. Same here. On the last day of our sleeve, we came across an Eridu. Imari, is there any solution? As of now, I can't think of anything. How typical of Big Sister. Not only was she unhelpful to the world, but the legacy she left behind is also useless. That's kind of insulting to talk about someone living as if they're dead. She deserves worse, yeah. Well, the President did a lot of things wrong, but that's a bit extreme. Good on you, Yuka, standing up for her. Okay, so the next option is, we build a plane. Do you have any solutions, anything? Nah, it's impossible. Everything is blocked. Put those wings to use, guys, and fly up. I'm just kidding. I checked the data on the Sanctum materials that were analyzed by Millennium. I think I know a structure's phenomenon. Okay. Hanako doing something good. What is it? If we can understand it, we might be able to deal with it, at least. All right. Oh my god, Shimiko. Guys, Shimiko mentioned. Shimiko, let's go. She was on there for like 1 second. She was on the screen for a full, like, I'll give her 2 seconds, dude. Let's go. Shimiko has been brought back. I can't believe it. She was on the screen, guys. Shimiko is there. She's not dead. She's real, guys. Let's go. Man, that's awesome. With the help of the scholars of the Sisterhood, the librarians at the Old Library and the Tea Party have collected information from every archive in Kavotos. However, this is only a hypothesis and it hasn't been verified. If anything helps, we don't have any means of verifying any hypothesis anyway. Basically, the sanctum's reappearing in Kavotos, and the structures above Kavotos are maintaining a kind of quantum superposition state. It's the ability for a system to be in multiple states at once, essentially. Indeed. That would make sense. What does this have to do with quantum mechanics? Everything. Yes and no. I'm using the most similar theory to help understand the phenomenon. So just keep the premise in mind. Oh yes, everyone knows. You know quantum mechanics, right? Like very basic stuff. Everyone knows that. So keep that in the back of your mind while we're thinking about this. It's a multi-world interpretation. No, a multi-dimensional analysis would be more accurate. An existence based on that theory. Okay. Wait, what? Akko is here. Dude, there it is. Okay. Are they really just cramming everyone in the story? I guess everyone needs to be a part of this, but Akko is such a crazy inclusion. I guess it shows that they're working with Gehenna, but I don't know. It's just a funny inclusion. Show Shimiko for 2 seconds. Just put Akko back in. It's fine. Multi-dimensional analysis. So of course Ayane's here. Because the multi-world interpretation is the hypothesis the universe diverges for every possible probability, distribution, or pattern in the entire universe. Okay. So they are going multiverse theory. Or not multiverse, it's multi-world. Interesting. But if it's a multi-dimensional analysis, if a coin is tossed with the probability of getting heads or tails, only one of those results will appear in this world, right? But this theory suggests that the universe's possibilities, usually unable to manifest here, exist simultaneously with our universe. Okay. Haha, what? Momoka, you should be the one to understand this. Like a parallel universe? Like science fiction that says the world diverges every time a coin is tossed? Crunch. The theory itself is based in science. However, within that space, all the probable possibilities are mixed in an overlapping manner without diverging. Okay. Alright. So you're saying that all possibilities are in the same point until that choice is made. In other words, it's a chaotic space in which existence and non-existence with infinite multidimensionality are mixed with every probability. Okay. Cool. So we can't physically intervene. It's almost its own world where it maintains both existence and non-existence. You can see it, but you can't touch it. Kind of. We don't have a solution with the technology we have. But I think that only the outside surroundings of the structure could maintain such a state. The interior is also unstable. It'd be impossible to transfer energy to each sanctum like it's doing now. Essentially a barrier. Okay, so it's a barrier. Interesting. That's so cool. I'm sure this has been done in science fiction before, but that's fun. To just use that as a barrier, not as the actual space itself. But that's fun to use that as an entire barrier. That's really cool. I like that a lot. By deploying an invincible multidimensionality known as the quantum superposition state, like a barrier, It's protected by all physical laws. It's a bold theory, but I get it. Use an overlapping multidimensionality for defense. It makes sense if that were the case. If we can get rid of the barrier, it'd be possible to attack the main body inside. How would you eliminate a barrier like that? Here's one solution. If we can implement some kind of quantum superposition state as that barrier, we can enter without being affected by the barrier. Okay, so like a reverse or an anti one? The same state? Oh, I see. If the quantum superposition state occurring in that multi-dimensional space was viewed as kind of a vibrational value. Okay, so it's not an anti, it's like just creating the same. So you have to duplicate it. Okay. The value would pass through, right? Yes, because regardless of the probability or superposition state inside that multidimensional space will be in the same space. And Kyoko is here? Alright, man. Alright, guys. I respect the idea to add every character. But no offense to Kyoko. What the hell is she doing in this meeting? I get that she's part of this. But why Kyoko? To pretty much every school, she's a wanted criminal. What is she doing here? And she's not like high ranking, you know? Akko's at least like the secretary of the prefect. Kyoko's a literal criminal. What is Kyoko doing here? Man. It's a little different, but the concepts are similar. It wouldn't be like noise canceling. It would be like noise amplifying because you're trying to do the same wave, not opposite waves. If we can analyze multidimensionality and implement the same state, we can neutralize the barrier. But how? Yeah, I was gonna say how. It's just like skipping 30 years into the future in technology. So, or never. So I'm interested. They've laid the groundwork for this theory to work in universe. I'm curious to see how they're going to explain it. For that to be possible, we need to be able to calculate multidimensional analysis. Why does everyone know about this? Is that even possible? That's impossible. To calculate multidimensional analysis, we need a quantum computer, which only exists in theory. There's nothing we can do. Aris is a quantum computer. Arisu, I need you to compute some numbers. The false sanctums are about to manifest again, and we can't do anything but watch it happen? Even if we manage to eliminate the sanctums that appear again, we leave that structure in the sky as it is. It'll just calculate the probability of existence for sanctum in multiple dimensions and manifest them here over and over again. Okay. Seriously? So it's just pulling crap from other universes and putting it in here. And even if we destroy the sanctums can be recreated as many times as the infinite number of dimensions that exist in the universe. Is that right? What? That doesn't make sense. What happened to the first law of thermodynamics? We're dealing with quantum, you know, quantum dynamics or mechanics. We're dealing with stuff so high above that. The first law of thermodynamics might not even apply to this, Yuka. I mean, it may be, but we are dealing with so much, like, unknown. The first law of thermodynamics might just fall apart at this level, you know? Yes, it's a law, but Newton's laws also fall apart at the speed of light. So, like, Yuka, I appreciate it, but we don't know that. Not at this level of stuff. A multi-dimensional and comes into this. Everything we know, the world comes meaningless. It's crazy. If you want to feel that feeling of your whole life shattering, you should, if you know And if you're willing to sit down and actually learn about it, and you know a little bit about just like basic normal Newtonian physics, you know, like option of motion tends to stay in motion, all that kind of stuff. And then you learn about relative motion in like Einsteinian physics. I don't think it's called Einsteinian, but you know what I mean. Your worldview just shatters. You're like, wait, what? He's been wrong? I guess he's not wrong. It's just a very different way to think about it. And if you think about it like that, all of Newton's stuff is just straight up wrong. And you're just like, bro, what? My life is a lie. Everything I've learned all the way up, all the way through college. I didn't even learn this in college. I learned it through like various YouTube videos. And I was like, yo, what? It's all wrong. It's crazy. So yeah, if you want to feel the feeling that Yuka's feeling right now, learn about relative, or what is it called? Relativity? Theory of relativity. It's wild, and your life will be turned upside down. It's crazy. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. What then? What do we do? Are you saying even if we know what needs to be done, we're utterly helpless? Is Sensei here? When do they slip out? Oh, where did Sensei go? I'm taking a nap. This is too much. I quit. I give up. Just... Oh. Hey, Black Suit, what's up? Are you actually gonna help me? We teaming up? The boys? The fellas? There's a way. Black Suit. There is one method, just one way to reach Phronaptes. Tell me how to do it. In exchange for telling you, what will you give me? Well... Bowing your head here and asking me means you're willing to do just about anything to achieve your goal, no matter the sacrifice. You're even here, willing to cooperate with Gematria. Hey, Gematria disbanded. ... Then, what shall I demand of you? Right, how about joining Gematria? Just kidding. Gematria has disbanded, so you're lucky this time. I'll give you a boon. Just this once. But I must warn you. Ito merely Sensei, once you do this, your body will receive irreversible damage. You won't be able to revert to your prior state. You may even die. You're still willing to move forward. None of that matters. Apparently not. I mean, unless something else is happening here, I feel like I will be able to reverse back, right? Because plot, you know? Who knows? Maybe I turn into one of them and that they just never really mention it. They're just cool with me looking like Black Suit or something. Even knowing this could end your death. End in your death. Your resolve is set, I understand. Sensei, what you're looking for is... Don't you to be continued. Don't you dare to be continue me. In Abydos. He continued me. He to be continued! How dare. How dare. Alright. That was only episode 3. We got more to go. What's hidden in Abydos? 1! The fortress above the sky you seek is to board. Is a kind of arc of Atreus. I can't say the word. Atreus. I don't know. Atrasis. Arc of Atreus? I don't know. I'm familiar with the name. Yes, some time ago, an arc bearing that name appeared for a brief moment in Millennium, and then disappeared. Its legacy left behind the nameless gods, the old masters of Kavotos, buried deep beneath the Earth's strata. It's an ancient civilization, so to speak. The AL1S you found, and some of the prophets prior to being hacked by Decagrammaton are such legacies. Okay. We didn't think they would pose a particular threat since they were already culled, but
I would never have thought the Chroma arriving from outside Kavotos would seek to secure them. It seems as long as it's a mystery that's manifested, even once in Kavotos, the Guide of Chroma can make its own. The Ark of Atrahasis must have been secured that way too, like the Chroma Decagrammaton that appeared through the Sanctum Mimeses. The Mimeses and the Artificial Angels. If that Ark is the legacy of the Nameless Gods, there's no technology that can deal with it in Kavotos. Unless you fight fire with fire, you need to acquire the technology of the Nameless Gods for yourself. That means it's what? Is that what's in Abydos? Correct. An ancient weapon capable of dealing with the Ark of Atrahasis waits there. That was exactly what I was looking for in the Abydos Desert via Kaiser Corporation. The ancient weapon buried in the stratum of Kavotos, a pre-Enlightenment terror that cannot be understood with existing technology. But I wasn't interested in that at the time. My goal at the time was to possess the most powerful mystery of Kavotos through a contract. Oh my god, baby Hiyoshino! Man. Back then, the treasure buried in Abydos was a fanciful whim. It would have been convenient to have found it using Kaiser, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter if I didn't. That's how I felt about it. But to Kaiser's president, my explanation must have sounded enticing. An ancient weapon more powerful than anything in Kavotos. What if something like that came into your possession? The president thought it'd be possible to rule all of Kavotos. And finally, the excavation of the super ancient weapon buried in the Abydos Desert was successful. Oh, so they did find it! The president had no reason to hesitate anymore. With that weapon, the president must have felt Kaiser could overtake any and every district in Kavotos. So the General Student Council was attacked and Shell Sensei was kidnapped. If things had gone according to plan, Kavotos truly could have fallen into the hands of the president. But that's when the false sanctums appeared. When Sanctum Tower was destroyed, the cautious president realized that he was in over his head and retreated. You could say he's a savvy businessman. He knew he needed Sanctum Tower to use the ancient weapon. Since Sanctum Tower has been destroyed, there's no way and no person who can handle this ancient weapon. Except for just one person, the owner of the Sheetum Chest, an artifact on par with Sanctum Tower. Ah, well, I know it's gonna get a bullet hole in it very shortly. What's the ancient weapon? At first, I thought it was buried in Abydos. I thought what was buried in Abydos could be an ark. But it wasn't an ark, it was something similar, something just as great. It was a ship. A ship is an ark. An ark is a ship. I'm just putting that out there. An ark is also a ship. So black suit. I figured, you know, the most famous one is Noah's Ark. It's, yeah. I kind of got that impression that it was a ship. But that works too. The final form of the weapon, which is compared to the Ark of Atrahasis, is known by a name born from the origins of Kavotos. It's, oh my god, man. Okay, why, yoy, what the heck? Just throw every letter in the alphabet into one word? Excuse me? Utna Pishtims. Utna Pishtims to ship. Yeah, put every single letter in the English language into one word. Thank you. I appreciate it. An intergalactic battleship.
It's Star Wars. It's just like Star Wars for real. All right, episode 5. Tweet, 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 tweet. All right, girls, we're looking for a spaceship. Don't ask how I know, but we're looking for one. So welcome to Abydos. Yes, thank you for having us. When the Kaiser Corporation attacked Sanctum Tower, the president said, "We're occupying Sanctum Tower. Why? We are recently acquired an ancient weapon. We need the Sanctum Tower's power. Ah, well, I won't bore you with the petty details. All you need to know is that Kavotos is now under the control of Kaiser Corporation. The Academy belongs to us now, not Gematria, not the General Student Council, us." At the time, there was too much going on for me to really consider the implications of this word. But I find the remark strange. An ancient weapon isn't what I would expect coming from the mouth of the corporate president. Under normal circumstances, I likely wouldn't have noticed the connection between Kaiser Corporation and this ancient weapon. Yes, it's certainly unexpected. Is that so? Well, you know. Where are you now? So Kaiser was looking for this ancient weapon in the desert. That was the reason Kaiser took land in the Abydos district. I always wondered why they wanted it so badly. It's kind of anticlimactic now that I know the answer. Some long-lost ancient weapon. What the heck is that? It sounds dumb. It's not gonna sound dumb when it saves the world, Serika. I don't think it would literally be a treasure hunt. I mean, in a way, that makes sense for them. It's a powerful weapon that money can't even buy. They'll do anything to get their hands on it. Ah yes, at the time Kaiser Corporation attacked General Student Council just because they attained to seek the ancient weapon. They didn't believe there would be consequences. They were confident in their ability to fight all of Kavotos. And that's probably why Kaiser PMC activities going in and out of the desert has spiked recently. So, Ayane, we're supposed to go to the PMC excavation site to obtain this ancient weapon, right? Yes, but the desert is technically still Kaiser's oh my god, dude. Ayane, the world is ending. The world is ending. Just don't worry about it. I see. Then I guess we'll just have to go in Shiroko style. I think at this point, what? Dude, we have so much more power. Yay! Wait, that's not what I meant. Just have to make sure we don't get caught. We'll move fast. Yeah, we need that weapon thingy so we can capture Shiroko. Put it on. Yay! Kaiser PMC left base. Left the base, so it'll be empty. Oh, really? Yes, but it's still Kaiser's property, so I'm just trying to say we need to be cautious because we don't know when they'll return. Ah, how disappointing. I thought it was going to let off some steam. No mess for this mission, I suppose. I mean, you could still put it on, I guess. You don't know if they have any guards there or whatever. But you're so cute putting on yours with us when you knew we didn't need it, Ayane. Well, that's... So, we just have to bring it here? That sounds a little too simple. No foreclosures. I love how all the other girls were watching this like, what was that? Why did you just... You know what? Never mind. You keep doing that, I guess. No foreclosure task force. It's impossible to simply carry it out of the desert. Himari? What we need is for you to secure the location. We can't move it. How big is this thing? Bro, it's a ship that can go up to space. It's probably not going to be small. Bigger than you can imagine. According to Sensei's info, the ancient weapon is a spaceship. An intergalactic battleship. Oh, she knows, like, whoa, that's cool. You can see it in her face. She's so excited. Wow. That's awesome. See, they are here. You need to wear masks. What is this? The sky turned back to normal, so we came to check the base, and there are intruders. Pew pew pew. Now that the sanctums are gone, Kaiser must be slowly coming back. But this was originally our land. Yeah, you guys are just squatters. But on paper, it's still there. Oh my god, the papers don't matter. The end of the world is happening. Maybe it's fine, actually. Now that Kivotos is in chaos, I'm sure Sensei can swoop in later and say some adult mumbo-jumbo to fix whatever we break. Metaphorically speaking. Wow, the power of an adult. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. If you say so, haha. Thanks, guys. Whoa. What? Those aren't... They're still here. Okay, let's get rid of them for good before we go. Yeah, let's move forward to the coordinates. Give us your command, Sensei. Wait, I sat there and said nothing. I was like, I regret that you're saying this, but I also can't really deny it, so I guess I will cover for you guys. All right, let's claim an intergalactic battleship. It's so goofy. I love it. It's fight time. Why Himari? I guess she's technically part of this, but... Alrighty. Those dumb little spiders. I will just autoplay this. Yeah. Also, do these have like no defense or no attack type? Yeah, they're all normal. Big boy. Bro, what was Nonami aiming at? What were you aiming at? Literally looking at a wall. Good job, Nonami. Incredible. But do those ball guys heal? I guess they heal. Interesting. Nice. We also have ads coming up pretty soon. According to the coordinates, it should be this way. Over here, there's an entrance connected to the basement. I see, it looks quite deep. Let's go. Alright, ads are starting. Have fun, everybody. I will see you in a few minutes. Hope you get some good ads. Adios. Whoa, big hole. Oh, we're in the ship right now. Where? A mechanical hallway? This is the ship. Let's keep going. Oh, Shino's been here. I'm sure she just knows where it is. The inside is a little more neat. This way, the stairway. Whoa. This... Oh, this is it. Okay, that is huge. That's awesome. It is honestly... I mean, that's huge. Don't get me wrong, but it looks a little goofy. I see. It wasn't an exaggeration. It appears to really be an intergalactic battleship. All aboard. Let's just get this over. Yes. Wait, we're all just going on now? We're not gonna waste any time. No wasting time here. We are going right into this. All right, Utnapishtim. I guess it kind of got Utnapishtim. Utnapishtim. I have no idea. Yo, that's pretty cool. This must be the battleship's bridge. It actually looks super legit. Yeah, this looks to be the operations room for the ship. Whoa. I might not know much about aircrafts like this, but this has got to be the cockpit. Yeah, good job. Good job, Momoka. Really figured that one out. Good job. The control room is quite large. It looks like it requires at least 10 people to operate. And that's just from the inside the battleship. Consider all the people who have to handle air traffic control from the ground. Yeah. Well, if you only have one ship, I don't think you really need air traffic control. You need ground crews, 100%. You don't really need air traffic control if you have a one ship. Unless this was from a time when there were more than one of these, I guess. You only need one. You know, maybe 2 or 3 guys on the ground keeping track of it. You're right, it takes 4 or 5 people to operate one tank. So for a battleship of this size, bro, not if you're Iroha. Iroha just does it on her own. She's that cool. And sometimes she lets Ibuki help, but you know. And this is an this is an artifact with a technology we don't understand. The more people to help with the interpreting and analyzing and manipulating information, the better. We'll need to gather as many students as we can. Students skilled in strategic tactics and management, technologists and hackers. Anyone with the skill to set help. Okay. I'll summon everyone I can. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We found the ship and now we're in it. And we're just gonna pack it full of students. I'm gonna call every single person I got in my phone. That's right, I have them all on my phone. Chi, did you hear that? It's gonna get really busy. You're relentless. None of us have had a break for days, Himari. Well, the world is ending, Chihiro, so I don't think anyone's really gonna get a break. To make matters worse, they're gonna be incorrigible once they find out about the intergalactic battleship. Yeah, they're not gonna shut up once they find out. Poor Chihiro has to tame all of these girls being like, oh my god. Oh no, Kotori's gonna die. Intergalactic battleship. Alice is here. Hey, I knew she'd be good friends with them. Woo. She's so cute. You're too excited. Yeah, I knew this is what you'd be scared about. You're like, oh man, now I have to be a mom and tell them to calm down. Is this really a battleship created from the ancient technology? I guess it's up to us to figure it out now. The intergalactic battleship of an ancient civilization will be the height of our research and engineering work. Everyone laughed at the idea of a battleship, but our research wasn't in vain. Aris, your railgun is proof of that. Yeah, science fiction is very trendy right now. That genre is hot. Sure. It sure is, Alice. What? Wait a second. Yeah, why is Alice here and the game dev club isn't? Aris, what are you doing here? Well, I heard intergalactic battleship was discovered, so I hope to come with the engineering department. She's like, I just wanted to take a look. No, I told you to stay at Millennium. We don't even know where President Rio is yet. What will you do if she decides to attack right now? You're vulnerable. But we're fine. We're in an intergalactic battleship, Yuka. Nothing can stop us now. But I want to be a space hero. You will be, Alice. If the, was it 4-year anniversary PV? Might be 4.5 at this point. You will be a space hero. So don't worry, just give it a couple chapters. I'll get there eventually. Stop that nonsense and go back to Millennium immediately. Noah is guarding the academy in case of emergency. You're such a cold cop. How did you guys get here? How did you guys break in? Whatever, I don't care. You're such a cold calculating monster. You don't know anything about the dreams of space heroes. Hey, that's a new nickname. Yuka, if her safety is your concern, your current location is probably safer than anywhere else in Kavotos. Yeah. It's an intergalactic battleship, Yuka. How about that? You serious, Noah? She's like, oh, I hate you.
Noah just got fed up of babysitting. She's like, I'm sending him to you. I don't care. And they just run off to explore the ship. Oh my god. All right, guys, have fun. President Rio's brand is control over everything. The Millennium District lives in the palm of her hand. I suppose so. She may know every nook and cranny of Millennium, but the president doesn't know about the battleship. It's safer than here. That's why I sent Audis to in the game development. Okay, so you did that on purpose. Do you mind looking at... Yeah, she was 100% just like, yeah, I'm sick of babysitting. I'm sending him to you. No, absolutely not. It's not safe. It's not just the president after Audis. Ugh. Guess it's safer if she's where I can see her. Huh? Yeah, she's gone. You're never gonna find her on this ship. Yuka, the ship is so big, you're never gonna find her. She's gone. She's safe, but she's gone. You're never gonna find her. It's over. Where'd she go? I'll be counting on you, Yuka. Don't push yourself too hard. No, I will guard the academy, so smooth out those wrinkles, Yuka. And I'm just sitting back watching Yuka cry. We're not here to mess around, seriously. They are. They're just having a good time. The structure here. The plumbing and wiring are simpler than we thought. Well, even ancient and artifact can't defy gravity. And the laws of physics, well, we'll see about that. We will see about that. Veritas is now analyzing the battleship's operating system to find out more about the structural integrity. Excellent, excellent. Let's break it down piece by piece. Don't take it apart, guys. We need it intact. I just need you to tell me how it works. We need it. Yes, I'll take a look over here. All right, guys, what are we doing now? The neural code algorithm analysis is done. How's it going, Kotama? Have you gained access? Yes, the connection to the central processing unit was successful. It's working. Wow, this is awesome. It didn't take a long thanks to the Vice President's help. I thought we'd have trouble since it's ancient technology and whatnot. This is the battleship's main operating system. I don't recognize the language, but I can probably figure it out. Himari, we're logged into the operating system. I'm sending the algorithms over to you now. Excellent work. Thank you, Chi. Alrighty. You gonna boot this up yet? Why is Hanako here? I guess she is kind of smart, actually. How's it going, Himari? Now we have access to the central nervous system of the battleship's main system. Nervous system? What do you mean? It was essential we analyze this first because if you understand the structure of the nervous system, you can understand the operation principles of all parts at a glance, right? Correct, you are very quick. Then where do we begin? What do we know so far about the ancient artifact built with unknown technology? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's definitely a goofy looking ship. I don't really know how I feel about it. I think it's cool that we have spaceship. Looks more like a cargo ship than a battleship, personally. But most of my spaceship design opinions come from Star Wars, so I don't know. It looks, I mean, it's supposed to literally, this is literally supposed to be a reference to Noah's Ark. Like that this whole thing, I don't know why Nexon keeps saying it's not referencing biblical stuff. It's 100% referencing biblical stuff. I don't know why they say it really has nothing about that. It does. This is referencing Noah's Ark, so I get why it's so big and bowy, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of wish they spent some more time on it. It looks kind of basic, but cool concept of a ship, though. I will give them that. These are its blueprints. The overall structure is expected, of course. It lives up to its name. Utnapishtim ship. The dimensions are 135 by 23 by 13 meters. I had to think in my brain how big that was. I'm not. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. The interior is divided into 15 zones. We're still figuring out the minute details of the structure. Ignoring its appearance, there's not much about this battleship that can be used as a weapon. What do you mean ignoring its appearance? You mean like a battering ram? That mean it wasn't built for battle? But yeah, it definitely looks like an Ark. Oh, duh. Well, the Ark, Noah's Ark, is not a battleship, obviously. It was literally cram all the crap on the ship and then destroy the planet beneath it. So that might be the plan here. Put everyone in Kavotos. There's no way you could fit them all in here, right? That's not possible. But yeah, this is probably just fit everyone on, destroy the world beneath, and come back. But we shall see. As of now, it's too early to tell what we'll continue our analysis. It's probably what it's designed for. What? Oh, she found the chair. Oh. Hey, Kay, what's up? The enemy that appeared in Kavotos is beyond my cognitive realm. The enemy is invading from outside Kavotos as well. Neither the nameless gods nor the forgotten gods would know them. An incomprehensible enemy seems to be copying the same abilities of the Ark of Atrahasis, built by us, the nameless gods. I mean, you have a name. I wonder if you know, Princess. The artifact you are currently standing on is an imperious anti-Ark weapon created by our enemies of the past to defeat us. Oh. So it's meant to defeat you. Okay. Your friends will never be able to decipher how to use it. Do you know I'm there, though, Kay? You do realize I'm here. Do you understand, Princess? You're currently aboard your most dangerous nemesis. You must run, Princess. Flee as quickly as you can. I know you rejected me. I understand you denied my existence. But still, I'm your servant. The one meant to lead you to your rightful purpose. Despite your reputation, or repudiation? Repudiation! Look at that. Pulling the big words out of my brain. Repudiation of my existence and yours. I still do not wish your death. You must not aboard the Utnapishtim. Can't pull that word out of my head though. With its engines, when its engines begin running. It will destroy you first, the princess of the nameless gods, because that is the very purpose of its existence. I think we'll be fine. I have it on good authority that she lives, so. That is the only downside, even though I haven't been spoiled of any of the games and stories. I am almost certain that nobody dies in this because, I mean, they're all alive in the promo. So, like, Alice is in the 4.5 promotional video. So, like, you know, Sensei's still cooking, so he's fine. I suppose somebody could die. I'd be very, very interested because nobody has died in Blue Archive except Yume. Yume is the only character that died. But I feel like nobody dies, which some people would call cheap and lazy or wholesome. I don't know. But I just feel like the point of it is that nobody dies when Sensei is there. Because Yume did die because Sensei wasn't there. So the point of the story is like, nobody dies when Sensei is there, you know? Or at least that's like what they're trying to imply. So it'd be interesting if anyone died. But we shall see. My presence will be utterly eradicated. I am not ordering you. It is not a warning. It's a threat! This is my desperate plea. Maybe you should try to, like, actually talk to her instead of just kind of, you know. Alright, we got 2 more, baby. 2 more for the night. Utnapishtim ship 2. So, do you have thoughts, engineering department? Yes, I understand completely. But that's wonderful. I understand that we will never, in any universe, ever understand the structure of the battleship. What? I can't grasp the battleship's fuel, propellants, operating principles, engine structure, or design at all. Well, this is an artifact. Cannot be understood with our current knowledge of technology and engineering. It makes sense that we can't understand it. I thought that researching this would help our long-cherished dream. It won't help us even one iota. Is that so? Oh, but don't worry. We may not understand how it works, but what we can do is figure out how to run it. That's pretty important. What do I mean? Just because you don't know the structure of a car engine doesn't mean that you can't drive it, right? A simple interpretation, all operational systems can be viewed as a device for transforming input data into output data. That is true. Or it's a good way to think about stuff. If we can understand the conversation process inductively, we can still take advantage of its functions, even without understanding the structure. In other words, we step on an accelerator to accelerate, step on a brake to decelerate, and turn a steering wheel to change directions. If we can organize that information, we can create a piloting manual without having to know how the technology actually works. That makes sense to me. We believe in you, engineering department. Yay! And Kotori begins to yap. Get to work. Stop yapping. It seems to be calling an intergalactic... It seems calling it an intergalactic battleship may have been a bit premature. Well, I guess that's because Black Suit just assumed it would be a weapon. Although, no, it is a weapon. But it's a weapon against the nameless gods. Yes, there are no weapons. And the maximum altitude it can fly is about 100,000 meters. It would break apart if it went outside the atmosphere, let alone space. But you don't know that. How did you guys find that out? The engineering department just says, we don't know what this thing is. How did you get that info? 100,000 feet, maybe it says like in like somewhere, it says will break after 100, whatever. But how do you know it can't go into space? How do you know the superstructure can't handle it? And most peculiar of all, more than 75% of the total mass of this battleship is made up of arithmetic logic units. In other words, this isn't a battleship, but a kind of flying dimensional topological quantum computer, I believe. Wow, it's almost like that's exactly what you needed. We'll have to skip our class on understanding the ship's origins. But with this, it could be possible to defeat the Ark of Atrahasis, right? Yes, the silver lining here is the multidimensional analysis is possible with this. Not only that, if a genius hacker like me uses a computing device of this level, I could likely hack everything in the world. Hehehe. Perhaps I could even hack the Ark of Atrahasis itself. I don't think that's it. Then we could crash the Ark We could crash the Ark to the ground and make it self-destruct. Theoretically, self-destructing could be difficult, but hacking the propulsion system could make the Ark fall. Wait, why are we making it crash? We need to get up, not down. Require physical access to the Ark systems. What are we doing? The chess pieces we'll need for this fight, it's starting to come together. This fight is about... Put simply, rather than bullets and guns, we'll win this fight by pitting dimensional topological quantum computer against the opponents that's violating the rules of multidimensional analysis. A battle of bad taste between two hackers. In summary. Himari, it seems that the onus falls on you to lead the charge. I have no experience in computers or technology. What do you mean? You just explain multidimensional analysis, alright? You can figure it out. What else is a genius hacker for? Then first, I'll need to establish a theory on how the multidimensional analysis functions. That sounds fun. Difficult. Or I don't know why I read that as fun. That sounds difficult. Please let me know if you need help, but I'll check on the others in the meanwhile. She's like, nah, I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back. You're doing this all on your own. I don't care. Rio? Amos? When did Amos get in here? That is incorrect. Small Amos. Speaking, is this model equipped with speakers? Your current formulas fails to correct the errors in quantum information. You need to use an ion trap. Oh, that's right. You can't believe a genius like me made such a basic mistake, huh? You haven't rested for days, it's natural. Everyone here is pushing themselves past their limit. The only difference is that I'm very delicate beauty. What? No, who are you? It's Rio. I am the calculation support AI sent by President Rio. Rio? Incorrect, I am not Rio. I'm the calculation support AI. So that's not her. Okay. It totally is her. 100%. I guess that filthy girl wouldn't show her face here unless she had no shame at all. About Aris. Yes, she kidnapped Aris, but I'd like to talk about what I find truly ghastly about her actions. You'll have to listen to my monologue then. Toki. Rio gave Toki dangerous equipment and forced her to carry out her bidding, even knowing the potential ramifications of using such a weapon. And I've realized recently that Toki had no friends. Do you know why? Because Rio prevented her from interacting with anyone for security reasons. Toki did every last thing asked of her without a single complaint. She even undertook the mission to kidnap her own underclassmen. But did Rio truly inform Toki of what that mission meant? Yeah, that's totally Rio. That's totally Rio. It's not a robot. I mean, she's talking into it. Rio coerced and manipulated Toki into killing a person. Well, she didn't kill anyone. Goddess isn't a real person. Don't make me laugh. I don't care what her perspective on life was. What she did was unforgivable. Does Rio, the great, all-knowing big sister, know that Toki thought? And what Toki thought when she realized that she was being asked to do? How she felt? She never should have forced Toki into her delusional scheming. Rio and her trolley problem. She puffed her chest out with all moral superiority. But that Toki... but it was Toki who had to pull the lever. What a coward. And when her plan fell to pieces, do you know what she said to Toki? Do whatever you want. And then she disappeared. Irresponsible, cowardly, selfish. Do you even consider how Toki... Wow, she is going off. Holy crap. She is going off. God damn. I mean, I'm assuming Rio is on the other side of this line. She's just taking it in, so... She's probably just taking this in and just thinking about it. So, but damn, Himari, go off. Did you even consider how Toki would feel, left alone and deprived of the only person she had been allowed to talk to? Do you know why she's unable to join the CNC? Why Toki felt the need to simply disappear? Of course you don't. The loneliness or guilt of others would never cross Big Sister's mind. Empathy doesn't reside with the delusions you exist within. Poor Toki. You know, Toki came to me and asked. She asked me what she could do. How she could be helpful. She didn't know what else to do with her worth unless she was useful, no matter how insignificantly so. Poor Toki, dude. Even now Toki is fighting alone. She ignores her wounds and searches and fights in places where sanctums could manifest alone. You understand her desperation, her pain? You filthy witch, you don't deserve such a loyal maid, a friend, and even CNC doesn't want Toki. I'll take her with me. I'll protect her. Actually, filthy doesn't even begin to cover your repulsiveness. You're right. I know that I'm not welcome. I even understand why, Himari. But you don't need to help operating... Don't you need help operating this aircraft? Or artifact? I know more about the legacy of the Nameless Gods than anyone else in Kavotos. No, I don't need you. I knew their legacy so well. The world wouldn't have come so close to being destroyed last time because of your actions. You did nothing. It was the very person you tried to kill who stopped you from destroying the world. So no, not a single soul in Kabutos needs your help. Get off the ship. I have Aris, Sensei, in the game development department. I don't need you. Yeah, screw the other departments. Understood. She just went off.
Yo, Anika's like, yo, you want to tell me what the hell that was all about? I had my own Civil War to deal with, so I wasn't really, I wasn't following Millennium, but what the hell was that?
Hanako, what is it? Oh, the unnamed drone. I was doing a quick voice test.
You were screaming at it.
Was that Takatsuki Ryo, the student count pretzel?
Pretzel. Yeah, the student count pretzel. Yep.
Ryo's a pretzel because I can't talk. I heard she disappeared. I guess she's doing okay. Hanako, thinking of her reminds me of a story from ancient epic. A story? Yes, more of an ironic fable. It's a story about a king whose desperate attempts to avoid prophecy actually caused it to come to fruition. The king heard a prophecy that the kingdom would be destroyed and nearly went mad trying to escape the fate. But in the end, the king's efforts were the cause of the kingdom's destruction. Yeah, that story's been around for a while. Or that kind of story. The king did everything he could to prevent the prophecy's fulfillment. He banished the prophet, destroyed the temple, sealed the gateways, started a war. In the end, his beloved brothers, all his family, vassals, and everyone he loved died, and the kingdom was an uninhabitable ruin. The fable's moral is worth contemplating. Is destiny inescapable? Does individual human effort mean anything at all? I discussed this with Treya and Trinity's prophet. What should the king have done to escape his fate? What did the king do wrong? Why is she in prison?
Why is Seiya's room barred off? What?
It's simple, Hanako. The king's biggest mistake was being a king. His mistake was being a king? Being a king who banishes prophets and starts wars. King who believes in prophecies. That was the king's biggest mistake. But Seiya, this isn't really a mistake the king made. You can point to then. He did nothing wrong. If a king gave up his power, if he renounced his rights, he never listened to the prophet, prophecy might not have come true.
That is interesting. That's a very... I mean, I'm sure it's way more than just this example, but it is a very... It happens in Harry Potter, where some people think, you know, there's a whole prophecy of the chosen one or whatever, you know, and a lot of people theorize that the only reason the prophecy is true is because Voldemort put so much... He believes it. Because he believes it's true. You know, it's like, it has to happen because he won't allow it not to happen, you know? So the whole thing is like, one can only die at the hands of the other or whatever. So he's like, oh crap, that means he's the only one who can kill me, or I have to be the one to kill him. And so he just gets that in his head and it kind of makes it true. So there's some truth to that. I'm sure there's other things, but it's like prophecies only hold as much weight as the people choose to believe it, you know? Like, maybe if you don't believe in the prophecy, it's like, okay, well, it doesn't really matter, you know? It's an interesting thing to think about.
Isn't that a bit of a stretch? It is. It's entirely pointless. Your question is inherently flawed. There's no answer to a story like this.
That is a good point. It's more of a thought exercise than a question.
My apologies. This isn't my place. I shouldn't be meddling in your affairs. No, I understand. We have no way of knowing how this will end, so let's do everything we can. I can worry about condemning her once this is all over. Rio, I mean, let's just say computational support Amas for now. Can you come here and help me with the calculations? What? She stayed here? So she just stayed in the corner of the room? It's like the second Cohen. Thank you for your consideration. Wait, I was here the whole time? I was standing here the whole time being like, you girls done, or what are we gonna do here? Oh dear, the chief officer and even Sensei. Did you hear everything? Don't worry, I know a little bit about the situation. I won't talk about the Millennium presence. Thank you. It seems she is somewhat of a pariah among the students at the moment. I mean, yeah. She tried to destroy the world and kill one of the underclassmen. So like, yeah. It's reasonable. For all of them, and for us, there's a mountain of problems to be solved. Chief Officer, did I hear you mention a cone earlier? Oh, yes. It's not a big deal. I heard about the 7 strange questions from Kavotos, from President of the General Student Council. It was like a kind of Zen dialogue where it was unclear what was being asked or whether there was an answer. The General Student Council President liked things like that. So, the General Student Council President was interested in the unknown. Yes, she liked mystery stories that couldn't be explained. Stuff that involved artifacts, the occult. Like Sensei's Sheetum chest. It's a kind of artifact that cannot be understood without our current knowledge. The second koan went as follows. Can you understand by means of incomprehensible? It's my first time hearing the second koan. Can you understand by the means of the incomprehensible? That's the kind of question, Well, it was the 6th koan she was really interested. But anyway, the second koan has a trap. It's not a complete sentence? Yes, can you understand what through the incomprehensible? The object is missing. Maybe it is just, vague. Maybe it's everything. Maybe it's life. Maybe it's... That's why they don't tell you. That's the point. You put in whatever you want in there. I have no idea. Therefore, the sentence isn't a question in the first place. It is a question. It's still a question. It's a poorly constructed question. It's a question that requires context. It's still a question. If I just say what, that's still a question. Context is required, but it's still a question. The president said it didn't matter because it wasn't meant to have a correct answer. There we go, I called it. The object is left for you to fill. There we go. I don't exactly understand it, however. The fable you told me reminded of a koan is all. Just a small talk, so don't pull your hair out over it. We should, absolutely. If you have any information, we should pull that out. I find it fascinating, however. For example, if what I don't understand is fate, then what I understand through fate is... What can we as people understand through fate? A fascinating question with no real meaning. It's an incomplete question in the first place. Well, you can put anything in to complete it. Perhaps you're right. Koans aren't necessarily meant to have an answer, like my question about the king. Hanako, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it, Chief Officer? How does that story end? What happened to the king? Oh, the king. They all died. Isn't that the prophecy? He realized his own actions were the cause of the kingdom's destruction. He felt there was no way to atone for his sins, and he couldn't bear the weight of his own guilt. So eventually, in his despair... Perhaps this story is about... Yeah. He yikes himself. That's probably why... Okay, that makes way more sense why you were telling Himari that story. She was like, you keep pushing this, she's gonna, do something drastic. I don't think she's implying that Rio would do something like that.
but he's implying she's like, you know, you're gonna go too far. You're gonna make her feel too bad, you know. Which I don't know. Some people are just like, no, they deserve that kind of stuff, you know. But looks like Hanako is not one of those people. She believes in empathy and atoning or whatever the heck. So Rin, Sensei, we've completed the plans for the operation. You two gotta give everything your final approval before we brief everyone. Hurry up and come to the bridge. We're in the bridge, guys. Oh my, with the plan complete. Yes, let's go. Is this the last episode? Operational briefing. Yeah, we got one more episode, baby. Last one of the night. And we'll finish on Friday. No stream on Saturday today. I am busy. Our plans for the upcoming operations are complete. Thank you everyone for assisting in preparation for this operation. The operation name is the Ark of the Atrocious Conquest. If this is successful, this will be our last operation together. Yeah, no way. Our last? Yeah, no, we're gonna have more. We have a whole other chapter, guys. Well, yeah, if we win, everyone gets to go home. If we lose, it's the end of Kavotos. Whatever the result, this is our last battle. We'll succeed. Don't make me anxious, Kayoko. It'll work. Top experts from various fields have all worked together to come up with this plan. It's the closest thing we'll ever get to a perfect operation. Allow me to debrief you on the plans. Our main objective is to destroy the Ark of Atrahasis. I gotta settle on a word. Atrahasis. That's what I'm doing. Atrahasis. That's what I'm settling on. It could be wrong. That's what I'm doing. Atrahasis. In the sky above Kavotos. Only by destroying it can we prevent the false sanctums from corrupting Kavotos. However, the Ark is protected by a quantum superposition state barrier that makes physical access from the outside impossible. As long as this barrier is in place, physically reaching the Ark is impossible. Therefore, we plan to pass through the barrier by putting the Utnapishtim's ship in the same quantum superposition state. In other words, we're getting on their level and sliding on in. I'll be doing the calculations of the multidimensional analysis, utilizing the immense computing power of the ship. Out of curiosity, what happens if your calculations are messed up? I mean, if the missile means anything, you just go through it. And it's a reasonable question. If you enter a space quantum superposition state under the premise of a failed calculation, if we're unlucky, we'll shatter into atoms. If we're lucky, we'll be thrown off the ship and fall from a height of 75,000 meters. You'll just go through it like the missile did. At that height, a halo could be destroyed. I mean, she said could. So wait. Akko is saying could. She's not saying will. So are you implying that they could? It's reasonable. It's not like if it was like, okay, dead, you're gonna die. She would have said a halo will be destroyed or can't survive you from that. She's saying that it's a pretty likely possibility that you could just live from a 75,000 meter fall. I mean, it doesn't matter how, at that point, you could fall from like 1,000 meters and it'd still be the same because you got terminal velocity. So you're saying it's a probably, I would say when you're saying could, probably less than 50% or 50%. Let's say 60%. You're saying there's a 40% chance of surviving a 75 like terminal velocity smack into the ground with a halo? I really got to understand how these halos work, because like they let you live, but your body can still get like, you know, you still bleed, you still get cut, you still can lose I assume you could lose. Can you lose a limb? Does anyone not have? Has anyone lost a limb? I don't think so. Maybe not. Because I was always wondering. Because I'm like, if your body just gets like crushed, it's like the halo to just like pop back up. I guess maybe you just bleed, but you can't like your body doesn't get too damaged. I don't know. You should have just said will. Akko, you should have just said will. But the fact that you said could is making me wonder, what the heck? How does this work? We'll be dead before we hit the ground. Oh yeah, 60 degrees below zero. One breath in your lungs will freeze. Bodily fluids will boil and vaporize before you could blink. If exposed to such extreme environment, your halo would last 2 minutes? So the halo can stop from your lungs from free? Like, it can just... Wait, so it has a... Huh? Your halo would last 2 minutes maxed. So it's like a time... maybe it's like an energy thing. Like maybe it's regenerative. Maybe that's what it is. A superpower regenerative thing. Because you would... I suppose maybe if you hold your breath, your lungs wouldn't freeze. And maybe it's just you would suffocate, but you could not suffocate because of the... Bro, this is so confusing. Why are they getting detailed about this? Because now I'm having to think. What does that mean? What do you mean you could last for 2 minutes? How do you have that calculation? I'm so confused. Thank you for a very optimistic prognosis, Kayoko. I feel very encouraged. We're not going to fail. We cannot. After passing through the barrier, we'll be able to physically impact the Ark and enter. We must break into the Ark, hack its operating system, and thoroughly destroy it so it can never function again. Naturally, we don't expect the enemies inside the Ark to take it lying down. It'll be slow, careful crawl. We will defend against attacks, occupy each area, the Ark piece by piece, until we are close enough to take over its controls. Okay, so the Ark is a spaceship. It's not like a place or a plane or something. If we seize control of the Ark like that, we can make it self-destruct and crash in the ground. So that's what they meant. They meant the other Ark, not our Ark. So our Ark is the Ark of Atrahasis, and their Ark is a different Ark. So they're just calling everything an Ark. Cool. In other words, our victory conditions are to hack and steal the Ark. Straightforward and easy to understand. I approve. What about... Oh, I'm a humble support type. Amos. President Real? Wow. Good. Come on, Yuka. You could have just... Alright, well, cat's out of the bag. Thanks, Yuka. Probably should have thrown on a voice changer, you know? That didn't take long. We've been wondering where you disappeared to. What are you doing here? Seriously, Audie's in the game development department are here. What are you thinking? Rio is assisting me. You'll grow wrinkles on your forehead, Yuka, by keeping a close eye on her. If she tries anything, I'll take great pleasure in destroying her. Sigh. I don't know what you're up to, but don't even think about going near the game development department. I'm watching you. I think she's moved on. Yuka. I mean, you are reasonable and very, like, understandable to have this, but she has moved on. We will talk later, President. I have a lot to discuss with you, starting with the embezzlement. She's disappearing. Understood. Just in case, I'll find a way for us to return to the ground. With your permission, of course. Granted, please too. Oh my god. I can't. Utnapishtim breaks down. We'll be stuck in the Ark. I'll get to it right away. Alrighty. Ayumu, how much time do we have left? Until the reappearance of the false sanctums, we have about 12 hours. Yeah. We have to drive this battleship up into the sky and capture the Ark within that time, right? This operation is remote. Is this operation even remotely feasible? Yes, I ran the simulation several times. Success rate is a whopping 3%. Hey, you know what? Never tell me the odds. 3%? We're gonna need a miracle to be successful. 3% is better than 0. Yeah, never tell me the odds. I'm telling you, dude. Yes, you're right, Sensei. This is an unprecedented situation in Kavotos. We've gotten all the way here by forging a path through utterly incomprehensible phenomena. Ever since the first sign, Yurizono Seiya's prophecy, we've been in uncharted territory. When the 6 masses of energy were detected in Kavotos, they were invisible and incomprehensible phenomena. The false sanctums that appeared afterward attacked with all the mysteries that have occurred in Kavotos so far. The uncontrollable AI Decagrammaton, the Mimesis that reproduces memories, ancient technology like the Nameless Gods, and the Chroma that distorts the identity of Kavotos' students. Through a large-scale allied operation, we successfully banded together and defeated the Guardians and destroyed all the Sanctums. Now the Sanctums are about to be restored. All of these situations have been terrifying and beyond my comprehension. I'm sure each and every one of you understands. Prophecy, Decagrammaton, Mimesis, the Chroma, the Nameless Gods, Division, I'm assuming it's Division, the False Sanctums, the Guardians, the Guide of the Chroma, and the Phrenapates. The probability of success may only be 3%, but it doesn't matter. We have to work through the odds, just like we've always done. As Rin says, just one more time, let's give our all to save Kavotos. Man, Sensei really does have some cringe, like, one-liners sometimes. I'm like, come on, man. I would have just said, well said, Rin, because Rin, that was a good speech, but Rin Sensei's like, let's save the world. I'm like, okay, Sensei, come on, chill. I'm with Sensei. We can't turn back without at least trying. One last battle. We're bringing Shiroko back one way or another. I mean, we have like 4 more volumes, so it's not one last battle, but all right. Yeah, I guess I don't have a choice. Why did you come, Kayoko? Why are you here? Like, seriously, why is Kayoko here? I don't understand it. She's so out of place. She doesn't even want to be here. You've come all the way here, so we can only move forward. Please prepare Utnam ship. We must proceed at 8 hours. 8 hours? We have the manual, don't we? We just have to memorize it. Do you expect someone to stuff all that information in their brain in a few hours? It doesn't matter if it's possible or not. We just have to. We'll master the manual and operate the Utna Pishtim ship. We got ads again. Sorry. The operator, I think. We'll need at least 10 of them, maybe 100. Oh man, we'll have fun in ads, everybody. Should be pretty close to the end of this episode here, and then we'll probably end it for the night. Leave the operations to me. Sensei's gonna do it. The Shitum chest can make it work somehow. I can't talk that big. And then just sit back. I'll support you, Sensei. Rin? We're all in here. There's no room for playing it safe or hesitations. I won't leave Sensei to deal with the most dangerous task on their own. Rinny, you're my rock. Teehee, we called her Rinny. It's just memorizing a manual. I think I can do it. Even Ayumu. Well, if Sensei says so. I, treasurer of seminar, can't sit on the sidelines. I'll join too. All right, they're all gonna join. I'm pretty good at memorizing. I, the senior administrator of Gehenna, can't let you take all the spotlight. Me too. All right, so literally everyone, who's not gonna do it? Let's ask that question. Who's not gonna do it? Above all else, I'll do anything to save Shiroko. I didn't come here to do something like this, but I guess I have no choice. Yeah, everyone's here. Wow, everyone's so enthusiastic. Just so you know, this is way too much for me. Momoko, you came all the way here and you're not going to help? Didn't you say you would follow Rin to the ends of the universe with me? Whoa, don't make that face. I got it. Oh, sure, why not? I guess I can do it. An intergalactic battleship crew. That sounds nice. Do we get uniforms too? Uniforms? Well, they're the intergalactic battleship crew. It sounded... Isn't it a dedicated uniform part of the bill? Bro. We don't have time for this. A dedicated uniform? I can handle that. Yeah, I can do it. Hibiki's just like standing in the background. I got this. You've been here the whole time? Yes. I've been here for 8 hours. Wait, Hibiki, you have time for that? Uniforms from an intergalactic battleship crew. That'll be a challenge. One that I refuse to turn down. We can't let down the dreams of the engineering department. We can't wear the school uniforms while shouting lines like take off and raise the altitude. That's true. I like it. Let's get this underway. Okay, great. I'll find some references from animes and mangas. Yeah, I'll get the production now. First, I need everyone's sizes. Wow, I'm excited. Let me discuss with you in detail about the design. Guys, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. Pick a lane. It's weird because I like Blue Archive's silliness and jokes, but like they need to pick a lane right now. Cause like this is serious. The world's gonna end in 12 hours and we're making outfits. Guys, seriously. Jokes can wait. You can be serious, Nexon. You can be serious. You can just, I trust you. When you're serious, you know, it's great. It's fantastic. This is not the time to joke around. Just be serious. We believe you. We don't need a joke every 5 minutes, you know? Oh man, then I'll add some modify. I'll add some features and modify it to something like a pilot suit rather than just a uniform. Do you have any opinion, Sensei? I don't care. I have an opinion, apparently. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We're making them uniforms. Because of course we are. We're making uniforms. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, shut up, Akko. It's not gonna have a collar. Intergalactic battleship operator must wear a garrison hat. It must be like a flight attendant. So the scarf is a standard. I don't know much else, but most importantly, a captain must wear a long coat. It's quite specific. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this day. Okay, we'll consider your opinion. What the heck is going on? Why are you here, Kyoko? You didn't have to be here. Because it's like not all of Problem Solver. It's just Kyoko. She's so random and out of place. Let's get this underway. We'll start departure preparations and fly to the Ark above the sky in 8 hours. We need to bring operations, air traffic controllers, hackers. Okay, yes, we did all this. We'll need to recruit more students as well. Rin, you, Sensei, the rest of the students have to be working all this time without rest. Don't you think everyone needs a break, especially you, Rin? Yes, we won't be able to perform at our best if we're only sleep deprived. We should all take some time to rest. Everyone will leave 8 hours from now, so as soon as the sun rises. Until then, please rest while you can. We'll see you all tomorrow morning above the sky. Wow. This is a perfect ending, actually. I was really thinking. Last night on the ground. Was this going to be like a Les Mis thingy? Well, there we go, guys. We are done for the night. We got through half of chapter 3. Got ourselves a nice healthy amount of pyrazines. You'll love to see it. We went ahead. I'm so excited, dude. That actually ended up being a pretty good ending point because we're gonna have our last night and then we're gonna go off to battle. Hopefully save Shiroko. I think we're gonna save Shiroko, probably meet Plana. We do have chapter 4, so this is not gonna end. It's not gonna end. We're gonna have another full chapter, and honestly, maybe chapter 4 will be, maybe we are gonna beat this, but then we're gonna meet Plana and something's gonna happen, probably relating with Aris. I don't know. So I think maybe chapter 3 is probably gonna deal more with Alice a little bit more. Not too much though, because she does have her own dedicated volumes, so there's probably going to be more with that later. But yeah, we're cooking. So Friday, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish chapter 3. After 3.5 years of playing, finally gonna finish it. So that'll be fun. And yeah, I'm not sure when I'll tackle chapter 4. Give myself a week or two. I do really want to start cracking down. So definitely whenever the next break in events is, I will do the next chapter because I really got to get cooking on this. I need to get caught up on the main story. We have final episode. We have, hold on, let's take a look. Shouldn't be too much here. So obviously we have chapter 4 here. After that, I'm just going in release order here. We finished Eden Treaty. We will have another chapter for Rabbit Squad here. We're gonna have all of Hyaka Ryodan, which I believe is 4 chapters or 2 chapters, I believe. Get a little bit of this, some Decagrammaton stuff here, and then we go back to Prologue, which oh, we don't need to do this. This is just a when you first download the game. So I'll do that on my own. We already did that. But then we have a chapter 3 of Abydos' story. So yeah, and that should be it here. So we're getting pretty close. I'm really excited for the end of Abydos' story here. The Rabbit Squad story. That was really cool. I want to learn more about Fox Squad. But yeah, that's gonna be that. This was a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see how this chapter ends. Because like I know how it's going to end. Everyone's gonna be saved. We're gonna meet Plana. Shiroko's gonna come home. It's gonna have a good ending, but that's gonna be at the end of chapter 4. So like I don't know how is chapter 3 gonna end. We're gonna have to find out. Find out Friday. Hello, Kiku. Welcome in. How are you doing today? It's nice to meet you. I'm doing all right. I am actually about to end my stream. We just finished the first half of chapter 3 final episode. I'm just kind of talking about it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the crap out of it. How are you doing? It's nice to meet ya. But yeah, next Friday, same time, same place here. We are going to finish chapter 3 and I'm really excited. But yeah. Oh, let's do our stuff really quick. Okaidi. Or not story. I want to do hello Kiku. Something to ask. Sure. What's up? I'm gonna run this stuff really quick here before we head out. Oh, that's it? Oh, sold out, that's why. Yo, we got it. Okay. Remember to do this. You get a bunch of XP materials and artifacts. We out. And then we have 4 days left of this. You get these materials or these roll stuff just by literally using your stamina. So use your stamina. All right, is that it? Oh yeah, they got new. Who's the new characters here? Or swimsuit Hina and swimsuit Iori and interesting. I'm not gonna get them though. I'm waiting for Chiaki. Chiaki's coming out. Personally, I would say no, Kiku. Because I don't really know you right now. But hey, I am gonna be ending the stream right now. But if you would like to ask, you know, next stream, I 100% would be down to ask. But I'm not super comfortable with a private DM right now. But yeah. All right, I think I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. Sorry that I'm ending as soon as you showed up, Kiku. I'm sorry. I will be seeing you guys on Friday. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.